Hello guys and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we are uploading a career mode video. Messed the intro up a bit. But basically this is a new career mode. I'm going to be using West Ham. I apologise for the Cardiff City career mode not effectively working out, but the reason I am choosing West Ham is I find them quite a fun team to use. They have a lot of good fun players that are going to be good for me to use. But this is pretty much the team I think. I do have the latest file save of it because this is a fresh account, and if I do, I do apologize. So I'll just check that a minute. We need to search up the one player I know who will move if it is, and that is Jason Denier. Yep, we have got the current files. So yeah, sorry about me checking that halfway through the video, but for the first couple of videos they're going to be unedited clips, as I just try to sort out the team and stuff like that. I apologize if they are a bit boring, but it's honestly the best I can do. So first of all, we're going to meet the team and what my intentions are. So the keepers, we got Fabianski, Adrian, and Nathan Trott. All of them, bar Nathan Trott, are quite old. So again, I don't really want to buy one now when I got an 80 and 78 rated keeper. I'm going to keep the money for elsewhere. We got a man who I want to keep personally because I'm a Manchester City fan and he's played for the club previously. So I want to keep him. I got Sam Bryan, who's a good. His potential is dying on this game, so it might be hard to grow him. Ryan Fredericks, he looks one of the most weirdest player faces I'm ever going to see. I got Fabian Balbena, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Paraguayan. I got Issa Diop, a very, very good future start. We got Winston Reid, again, he's alright for his age, but he's just getting on a bit, getting into the 30s, which is where they start growing, losing their potential on ratings and stuff like that. We got Josh Pask, who, again, I'm going to loan out. I don't see him playing much this season. We got Ogbonna, again, 30 years of age, aging. And then we got one of my, another good prospect who, there is a few prospects in this team who I'm interested in using. And this is Reece Oxford. And he was on loan to Mönchengladbach last year. I got Arthur Masaka, who is a good player too. Again, 24 years of age. He's going to grow to probably about an 80, I reckon. We got Aaron Cresswell back up. Again, most of the series, I will not focus on bringing in a left back. We got Joe Powell. I'm going to loan out. I don't see him playing. And in midfield, we got a very, very depth midfield. A lot of depth in midfield. We got Carlos Sanchez, who was a new boy, 32 years of age. Again, quite old. We got Ogbien. He's 26. I'm going to keep him. He could grow. We got another star of the career mode, Declan Rice, 19 years of age. Him, Oxford, Trott are going to be a few players who I'm focusing on. You got Yarmolenko, another one of the big money moves. I really don't rate him, but again, I'm going to keep him. He's 28 years of age. That's probably why I might be thinking of moving him in the future. Got Robert Snodgrass. Again, I think I might sell him. I honestly don't see me using him in this career mode. I would rather take that extra 7 mil on him. We got Antonio, who's everyone's favourite player in career mode. And we got this guy who I'm going to keep. I want to keep young players. You got a player who I'm going to keep for the whole series, not because, just because of the fact that he bleeds West Ham. And even if he is like a rotation player behind like Wilshere and stuff, he will play for another good signing they made in the summer was Jack Wilshere. They got him on a free, so he's going to be fun to use. We got Connor Coverty. Again, I'm going to loan him out. Don't see him playing much. You got Masaki. Again, same thing. Going to loan him straight out. This lad looks alright out on loan. I'm not going to bother pronouncing it. We got Nathan Holland, again, another Nathan. He looks to have a very nice potential. We got Felipe Anderson, who's a very, very good player. I'm excited to use him. We got Edmilson Fernandez, another good youngster who's out on loan, though. We got Lanzini, who is injured in real life. That's why they have so much depth in midfield, because he's pretty much out for the whole season. And we've got him fresh, so that's good. So my strikers were, I've got a lot of depth. I've got Lucas Perez, this guy here who I can't do anything with. We got Andy Carroll, who I'm gonna sell. We got Chicharito or Xavi Hernandez, who I want to get rid of. So it's going to be Arnautovic, Perez, and then there's a potential that I might keep Hernandez, but I'll see which one I honestly want to sell more later down the line. Mainly, I'm looking at bringing in a right back. I think it's the place to struggle at the most. Maybe a centre back who would be better suited in the team. But again, this is a good team, and I reckon we should be pushing to get into the Europa League at worst scenario. That's my goal for this team. I don't know if the board's expecting me to get into a better spot, but that's pretty much the team I want to rock with. Again, not really interested in changing up the formation, costume tactics just yet, as we are only in early doors of the series. But we are going to do the training here at these other places. Again, I don't think the people who I will sign will need training, as I want to get Oxford into the first, into the starting team, and that's why it's going to be hard for me to pick a centre back, because I don't want to bring in someone who's going to completely revolutionise this spot. And same thing for Declan Rice. I don't want to bring someone in who's going to just outgrow him every season. So it's quite hard for me to make my mind up about who to sign for this team. Again, I'm going to record the first 2 episodes, and I have one signing who I'm pretty much definitely going to sign. There is nothing that's going to persuade me otherwise, and it's in the right back department. You will have to watch the next episode to see that player being bought. Again, I think I do scout him. Yeah, I'm gonna probably scout him. Again, this is live commentary, so it's quite hard for me. So the player who I'm interested in buying is, I've just saw someone who I want to scout a bit there, Timothy Weah. I do not know how you pronounce that. If you are French, please tell me how you pronounce it. But again, the board hasn't said who I want to bring. They want me to bring in, but this man here, David Sapacosta's got his real face, and he looks to have. He's the type of realistic signing that I would honestly see West Ham bringing in. I think, again, players, I could easily bring someone like a Bellerin in, but he's the type of player who West Ham would buy. And we've lost in the first round of the preseason tournament. I'm not going to play any of these games. I honestly do not see the point of it. We're going to have to delete. Again, I got an offer for Zabaleta. Like, that 1.9 is not even going to affect the budget, so we might as well just keep him for the season. Hope that he can just sort of be there at the bottom of the team. But what I wanted to make is a fitness team, so like a rotation team, the team I could use for the cups and stuff like that. Again, we will call it Cup. Again, when I am going to play a few cup games, and that's when you're going to see the likes of Oxford and stuff play. But when I put Perez, Aubameyang, Sanchez, Rice, Antonio, if I can find him, he's on the bench and he's pretty much got no fitness left. Zabaleta, Ogbonna, Reed, Cresswell, I think Holland, because I'm selling the other lad, and that's an alright fitness team. Again, I have a 79 keeper who should pretty much get us over the line if I decide to simulate games. Like, I'm not going to play teams like Oxford United and teams in non-league and stuff like that, but I will play like when we get further into the cup and I come up against teams who are in this division. So get an offer for John Pask. Again, I don't see him breaking into this team this year, so he is going off to a Danish side, I believe that is. Again, we got enough. We got next game is against Sporting, who've actually had a lot of their players leave the club after they've gone through a rough patch, if you do not know. Again, we pull a 2-1 win. I'm not going to get into detail about it because it will probably take the effect away. But this is quite a weird offer. Man United want to buy Xavi Hernandez back. I honestly want to keep him because I like him better than Carroll. But again, I could probably bring in a younger skirt. Like I have my eye on someone else who I've seen someone who's signed him for West Ham, and I think he'd be quite fun to use. I've never used him in career mode. Again, they're going to take 14 mil. I will take that. I do not need him in the club. Again, I'm going to struggle. Yeah, so again, he's not needed. We get another offer coming in from Pass. The reason... Okay, I was going to question that, but again, a lot of my players have quite big wages, so it might be hard to sell players. We're going to, again, use training up here. Nathan Trott's gone off by 1. Again, I'm hoping that he becomes at least a 70 before the end of the next season, so at least he's a reasonable backup to like Adrian. I think I'm going to keep Adrian because he's younger than Fabianski. Only by 2 years, but again, still, he will not decrease less. And we get another win. Lanzini and Antonio both scoring as we beat Benfica 2-0. Again, home game. Well, you know what I mean. We are technically the home team. But Hernandez has left. I've not even been in the building for 5 minutes, and Javier Hernandez has left. I'm not going to sell Antonio. I want to keep. He'll bring a bit of flavour off the bench, Antonio. Like, he'll come on and he could spice it up. And we've got the scout report back off one of the people who I was hoping to sign. Who I'm going to probably sign in the next episode, as I'm just going to simulate through the preseason tournament. And then I think this episode will be probably over. So we got Napoli in the final. Again, I'm getting 101 notifications. We get an offer for Carroll, who weirdly... I haven't got enough for him. They've offered 6.7 when his value's 8 mil, and I can't see why they've done that. I can see why they've done it because of the pre-contract, because his contract's expiring. But yeah, we're gonna offer 8 mil. I think I'll accept 7.3. Again, I don't need him. I would rather take the extra 7.3 mil, and because the player who I imagine I'm gonna buy is gonna be under about a mil. And again, he's going to grow, and while Perez is now a 79, he can play. So this is the final. Can we win it? Can we get an extra 3 mil? And we've been beat 2-0. Again, that team, Napoli do play in Champions League, so I can see why they've beat us even with the home advantage. So full focus is on the transfer market next episode. We have sadly had to get rid of Xavi Hernandez, who... Again, hasn't really settled in at West Ham. I could see them selling him in real life, but yeah. So that's pretty much all that I have for this episode. I will see you in the next one, and where we should hopefully make our first sign-in. Until